Hello, everybody. This is Kimchi Crypto. Today I'm going to talk about the old phrase sell in May and leave. Well, this year, this could be wrong. Let's dig in. Hold in May and stay. Analysts say as Trump driven Bitcoin catalysts outweigh strategic reserve uncertainty. Analysts at K33 are going against the old adage with a new mantra in the Bitcoin market to hold in May and stay. This year will be different from prior summer lows with multiple Trump driven catalysts, despite a key strategic Bitcoin reserve deadline passing without a public announcement. Who can ever predict the future? We need more, bigger evidence, right? What about this one? South Korea's leading presidential candidate commits to spot crypto ETF approval. I'm South Korean, so I know this story very well. It is so true. The leading presidential candidate said he would push to allow spot crypto ETFs, which are currently banned from being issued or traded in the country. True, great. But we need more, bigger trigger than this, right? Take a look at this dollar index chart, DXY. It currently stays at around 99. Well, for the last, several years, especially in 2022, dollar index rose up significantly, which means dollar has been stronger than ever. But in late 2022, dollar index fell significantly and went sideways for a year, and then dollar index rose up once again, especially after Trump got elected as US president. And then dollar index fell a lot uh, lately. Weaker dollar has become a reality, especially the country which has been waiting for weaker dollar so badly. Which country is going to be that? That is China. China has gone through very difficult years, especially real estate, and a very the youngsters got lost their jobs. Everything combined, China has gone through, even with tariffs were with United States. So China announced sweeping measures to ease policy and bid to shore up trade war hit economy. China will cut the 7-day reverse repurchase rates by 10 basis points to 1.4% from 1.5%, the People's Bank of China said. The central bank will also lower the reserve requirement ratio, which determines the amount of cash banks must hold in reserves, by 50 basis points. The press conference took place hours after Beijing's affirmation that China's vice premier He Lifeng will hold talks with U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent in Switzerland later this week. What a coincidence. U.S. Treasury news. Well, somebody purchased a lot of 10-year US Treasury notes in a single day, worth of $14 billion. Who bought tons of US bonds lately? The Coastal Journal mentioned breaking news. Fed is doing QA, but it's not QA. The Fed bought $14.8 billion worth of 10-year bonds today. This is on top of the $20 billion it bought yesterday. In total, $34.8 billion in 2 days. It's not QA. I fact checked this out. It's not fresh money coming into the US market. It's somewhat disappointing, but still, it's rather a rollover of US national debt from moving money from A account to B account in Federal Reserve. So it's not fresh money coming into the market yet. And Fed is likely to hold interest rate in May as before. So we'd better wait and see a little bit longer. What about this one? Internet stunned as Trump teases very big announcement coming soon. Hence, it's going to be a truly earth shattering. It's not about trade though, but it will be like what? He mentioned exactly like this. We have a big announcement to make, not about trade, but something else, but it's gonna be a truly earth shattering and a positive development for this country and for the people of this country. And this will take place sometime within the next few days. Who can ever predict the future? What he is gonna say? Nobody does, right? Then what about this one? Global M2 money supply liquidity chart versus Bitcoin in red. As you can see here, global M2 money supply has increased significantly, especially in May and June. And US China meet each other in Switzerland in a day or two. So global liquidity increased a lot lately as well. Weaker dollar meets with certainty, which means tariff war is gonna be ended in a month or two. Who can ever predict the exact timing? But weaker dollar meets certainty and a bit of regulation free posture in the United States. I think this could be all combined and work as positive for the US market. I mean, stock market as well as crypto market. In my personal opinion, sell in May has occurred. I mean, it was right multiple times in the past, but this could be wrong this year. Do you have any other idea? Thank you for listening.